Did you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, a very happy turkey? And did you celebrate Thanksgiving? I guess these are all important questions because it turns out not everybody in the world celebrates that stuff. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between a coach and a consultant. And I will tell you straight away that these are my opinions and what I've witnessed over the last, I don't know, 16 years, some of which I've actually dubbed myself as a coach assaultant, right? Because they're really, really different skill sets, and what they bring to the table is different as well. Go figure. So let's chat a little bit about it. At the highest level, at the highest level, again, in my mind, a coach is designed to pull information out of you, right? Their goal is to help you find a path that works for you. They do that by asking really good questions, by staying very present to the conversation, by sharing relevant feedback. Maybe they share some ideas of how you could implement or execute better, but the majority of it is they use their questions to do the heavy lifting to get you to see the path that you want to take. Why? Because good coaches recognize that as much as we stand on your head to pound you into the sand to get you to do the things, um, unless they're your idea, unless they're tied to your mission and align with your goals and what you want to do, you're not going to do it. Right. So the idea of having someone come in and tell you how to behave or what to work on and where to spend time, focus, and energy, it doesn't work. On the flip side, a consultant is there and they use good questions too. So the questions isn't the difference, but what they do with the questions and more specifically the answers is what matters. A good consultant's going to roll their sleeves up and get to work with you. They're not there just to direct, they're there to do. Coaches aren't going to do the thing, they're going to help you see the thing to do. A consultant is going to help you do the thing. So that's like at the highest level, right? So I'll give you an example. If you were trying to learn how to ride a bike, you would get a coach, and the coach might ask you to watch some videos. The coach might tell you to get on the bike and put your feet on the pedals. The coach might stand there and push you from behind, right? Any one of those things. The consultant's going to hop on the bike, show you how to do it, make sure you get on the bike, actually ride with you side by side and help you ride faster, quicker, whatever. So, weird analogy from a business perspective, but I hope it brings across the point. Let's see. You know what? It dawns on me. I learned that I can watch these while doing them. And let's see if I can. And then, more importantly, I also learned that my microphone didn't work that one time, and that was super duper annoying. So let's see if you can actually hear me, because if you can, that would be so much better. Hey, look, you can hear me. That's cute. All right. So sorry, guys. I wanted to make sure that there was actual conversing going on that was audible, because I like to make one mistake once. I don't always just make it once. Sometimes I make it numerous times. And I will tell you that when I make it numerous times, it's usually intentional. So there's that. All right. So coach pulls the information out of you. Consultant puts the information into you. So when do you need either? So if you're in a business and let's say you're looking to solve a problem, and let's call that problem growth, right? You want to grow your business. A coach would be an excellent sounding board for someone who has a myriad of ideas, not sure which way to go and what to do next. I'll give you an example. I had a coaching client recently, few months ago that knew because they had changed firms, and the deal with their new firm was if they hit X amount of revenue, if they hit their target revenue, it was worth like $1.2 million to them. And they had 7 months to grow their book of business by basically a third. They're in the financial planning space. And so that's a big number. It's a big number, right? They had $30 million, $40 million under management. Um, and he had all these ideas, but he wasn't really sure A, which ones to execute on, or B, how to even get started, right? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? You know, he had a non-compete for a while, which meant that he couldn't even solicit some of his former clients for an extended period of time. So, and it was all very interesting. So we sat down, we chatted, we looked at what his business had been made up of in the past, how he got his leads, where he got the most business, what the best bang for his bucks were, what marketing he was doing, how his referral strategy was, how he stayed in touch with prior clients and prior prospects, and all of that stuff. And so through that conversation, it became very, very clear that there were a handful of things that he needed to do, get focused on, deliver on, and the rest of it was needed to be pushed off the plate, didn't need to even think about it. So, as a coach, it was my job to help him identify where he was going to spend his time, his money, his energy, and his efforts, right? And then to put together some sort of accountability structure so we could check off the boxes as he was doing the things that we knew he needed to do, that he agreed he needed to do, right? He and his team. So it was a cool process. We worked together for 3 months, came up with a bunch of different plans, some pretty unique ones as well, in terms of especially how to get in touch with his previous market, and how to stay top of mind and let them know the changes. And I got a text message on my birthday that said, "Hey, and guess what? We did it. We hit the threshold." Right. And so he got himself pretty close to, he and his team, a high six-figure check for that effort. And that's a really good investment, right? If you can put together a few $1,000s and return it into a few $100,000, you're going to make that bet every day of the week. So that was exciting. Another coaching example. In fact, I just got off the phone. A friend of mine said, I have to do more video. I need to be out there. I need to have people seeing my face, understanding what I do and who I do it for. Everybody knows I'm a mortgage guy, but they don't know the breadth of services. They don't know the resources that I have. And to some extent, only the people that really know me know what a great partner I am for them. So, how do I communicate that full value proposition? Same kind of thing. We talked about what are your interests? Where do you like to play? What conversations are going to drive attraction of new prospects and clients, are going to engage new and existing prospects and clients, and are going to convert new prospects into clients? How do we have those conversations? Because those are very different types of video. It's one thing to get out there and be informative to talk about a product or service you offer. It's something else to say, hey, buy my product or service. And you need both, but you need to make sure you're doing it in the right order, with the right tone, with the right tenor, with the right words. And what does that structure look like? How do you position yourself as a community leader? Where do you shoot these videos? What's the level of professionalism do you need to create these videos? Right. And then, most importantly, what are the topics going to be? So, we sat down, brainstormed a boatload of topics, put them in a spreadsheet, checked them off as they were done. And of course, the thought process of putting those topics together makes you think of other topics. So they're not always going to be like, this was on the spreadsheet and I checked it off. It was like, hey, instead I did this because I was at this event. So really good process. Did that for 3 months, and it was, highly effective. And what's really cool is you can see the difference in the delivery, in the comfort, in the reactions and the comments to the early videos versus the later videos. On a consulting side, right? If I were consulting with that gentleman, maybe I'm picking up the camera, maybe I'm editing the video, maybe I'm bringing him to a specific place, maybe I'm actually writing out the script, right? So a consultant is going to deliver a different set of value than a coach is, right? And a consultant is going to be highly, highly engaged in the delivery. And, sometimes you need someone to do that stuff. The key is to know when you need which, right? So it really depends on the outcome you're trying to create. What is the end result that I want? And so understanding that, and equally important, understanding the resources you have to achieve that is amazing. Can you guys hear the dog barking? Because the dog's just barking his face off, and now he's got his buddy involved in it too. It's kind of cool that I can sit here and act like it's not happening for 11 minutes and 54 seconds, but I can assure you it's been driving me nuts the whole time. And I'm wondering, is it driving you nuts too? I'm hoping the mic is making sure that that's not happening. And much like when you're complaining about your cell phone service, I can't hear you. What? Are you there? And all of a sudden you say, "Man, this AT&T phone service really sucks." Oh yeah, I heard that. Fine, right? Same thing. As soon as I start talking about it, he shuts up. And as soon as I start talking about AT&T, he starts barking again. A jerk. So anyway, I want to touch on a third element of the coaching and consulting thing, and this is a pet peeve of mine. The pet peeve is mentors. Right? I love the idea of mentoring. I love the idea of having a mentor or being a mentee, whatever, or even having a mentee. Right? So giving back. Right? I think mentors should work two ways. You should be feeding your mentor, but they should be sharing things with you too. That's the best kind of relationship. Hopefully you find someone that knows stuff that you don't know, and you can add a ton of value to them, and they can add some value back. um, what drives me nuts, is this idea of paying for a mentor. That to me is not a paid service. How do you feel about that? Do you agree? I don't understand the construct of, hey, I want to give this to you. I want to share this. I want to breathe into you. I want to help you grow. And I want to charge you for that. That's just a different kind of relationship in my mind. I'm willing to be wrong, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So, coaching. I have decided that I'm not spending time doing the consulting thing anymore. I get too tied up. It takes up a lot of time and energy and effort and focus. And then I'm busy doing delivery and not doing the things that I really want to do. So I'm going to focus my life on the coaching side of that proposition. And so the things that I coach at exceptionally well: communication strategy, right? How are you communicating with your team, with your clients, with your strategic partners, with the world? How are you building your brand, personal or professional? Those things fall under lines of the coaching that I can help with. Business growth and development. Whether you're trying to attract new talent, attract new clients, attract new partners, right? Keep the team intact, build a better culture. I can help you there. Again, a lot of this is communications based. The other piece of it is relationships. How do you build, how do you maintain the right relationships that are going to help you go from where you are today to where you want to be? So, it's 33 days from 2024. Most of us have already started thinking about 2024. But if you want to do more than think about it, if you want to put pen to paper, if you want a plan of action, if you want a strategic roadmap of how you're going to spend your time, your energy, your focus in 2024, and you need a good sounding board, you need a genie in a bottle, you need a lucky charm, you need someone to kick you in the ass and keep you accountable, try Bean. Trybean.com. Thanks for being with me today, and I'll look forward to seeing you real soon. Be well.